Hey, what is going on, guys? It is Dion back with a daily Fanduel lineup building video for today, February 3rd, man. As I talk right now, man, I'm about to actually plug in my headphones or whatnot, so bear with me for a second. So, because I'm about to go to the live link to see what you guys are saying in the chat, and I don't really want this echoing, so give me a quick second, man. Sorry for pausing this already. All right, so I'm back, man. Yeah, so I'm gonna definitely talk about the plays for today. But let's go take a look at how my lineup did, man. Cash with a 278 today and all my double ups. Man, had some pretty big disappointments. Wade kind of disappointing for me. Jabari Parker was a huge disappointment. So those were the two biggest guys. A lot of guys didn't have value, like Kyle Lowry didn't have value. Melo didn't have value. Uh, Jang did his thing, but Wade, Lowry, and Melo, the three biggest disappointments. I mean, Jabari, I know what he's capable of flopping, but I just thought like, okay, maybe Jabari's playing 35 minutes. No way he can get less than 20. So that's kind of what my mentality was on playing him. But still a little bit disappointed with him as well. So I'm actually gonna go check out the chat real quick. Uh, See if anybody's in here already. Okay, we got 6 viewers, man. Okay. But yeah, so we're gonna just skip to straight to today and start talking about the point guards like we usually do. We have Russell Westbrook at 10.9K versus Orlando. I think he disappointed for people last time. Okay, yeah, he had under 50 with a triple double. So I mean that's always kind of disappointing. But let's go take a look at the over under for that game. Uh, let's find them. Okay, so 212 over under, man, at favored by 13. So I guess they're assuming that's gonna be a blowout. I do remember a time in this season when OKC played them and that game went to like double or triple overtime like that, and everybody just crushed value. Obviously, I don't think that's gonna happen again, seeing that that game was a home game for Orlando. But I can definitely see Westbrook having another. I could definitely see Westbrook having a 50 burger here. Pretty high usage guy. Gets a solid matchup. Let's go take a look at DVP. Okay, so Orlando Magic's border bottom 10 or close to bottom 10 right here in DVP versus point guards. And got Westbrook, a guy who's pretty much dominating the ball. Let's go take a look at who the worst defenders are on Orlando. Okay. But let's see. But if anything, man, I think this kind of makes I went to OKC like idiot. Okay, Orlando all right under. I think if anything, man, he gets okay. So, oh no, that's not the worst defender. I'm looking at the wrong one. Okay, so the worst defender, we'll see what Alfred Payne ranks 106.2 defensive rating. And we know Westbrook is a beast, man. Let's go see how many points he's putting up per 100 possessions, like we always do. He's not even in the top 5 for OKC, but he's still a guy who dominates the ball. I'm not really scared of him. 114 per 100 possessions, and he has a decent matchup with a 32.7 usage rate. So Westbrook's looking pretty safe. The only thing that scares me is the blowout. So probably fade him most likely, especially if I find some value someplace else. But next we got Stephen Curry versus the Washington Wizards, man. Let's go take a look at this over under. 225, 10.5 spread in favor of Golden State, man, on the road against Washington. John Wall looking like a good play here, but Curry, does he have? We just seen a bunch of point guards go off against the Wizards. We've seen Kyle Lowry, I think it was, IT2, and then we had Westbrook go off. But I mean, he didn't hit value, but still getting a triple double is crazy. I mean, Stephen Curry, one of the best shooters in the world. Fast. This is just setting up to be freaking for the Warriors to score like 120 points or something like that. Just mainly because this game is so fast paced. Let's go look at. I think they're the top 2 fastest paced teams in the NBA as well. So let's see. Okay, so Golden State number second behind Sacramento, and Washington is fifth right now. So this game is definitely going to be up in pace. It should be a lot of points here, indicated by that over under that Vegas has. So man, I'm definitely liking some Curry in tournaments. I'll probably fade him in cash just because the possibility of a blowout, man. And if this gets out of hand early, I definitely don't want Curry ban, especially not after he just gave me this 26 last time. So, and I was in a close game, so I'm kind of worried about him right now. But go take a look at the chat, man. Okay, crazy night it was, yo. Whew, I cashed by the hair of my chinny chin chin, bro. Um, man, that was pretty stressful. I was like, there was one point I was down. It was the third quarter. I think the start of the third quarter, I was down 20 points or something like that. I was down 20. Yeah, I was down 20 points from the line. And I'm like, okay, the night is over. I started going on like a mini rant on Twitter. Next thing I know, probably like 10 minutes later, I check it. I'm like 10 points down. Then in like another 5, 10 minutes, I'm like 5 points. I'm like, oh crap, I might actually have a chance to cash. And I end up going over the line, and I cashed by about 4 points or so. So that was pretty clutch. But yeah, this was definitely nerve wracking today. Um, but yeah, so now we're done talking about Curry, man. Let's go take a look at his usage for the season. I'm not even gonna look at it weekly, just because we know Curry's a high usage guy anyway. Um, let's see. But I do know Clay's been dominating lately too. But it has a 32.1 usage rate. Matter of fact, I do kind of want to see the regular season. I mean, within the last week, just to get an idea, man. Because I know Clay's been going off lately. Uh, acid reflux is killing me. Uh, let's go take a look at this Golden State usage. Man, and whoever's in the chat, man, definitely tell me how your night went. If you cast, if it was close, man. If you missed cast, who are your biggest letdowns? Who are your favorite plays for the day that really saved your lineup, if anything? If you were close to not casting, so definitely write that in the chat, man. You can still leave comments about the plays that I'm going over as well. Okay, so I'm gonna take a look at the usage. Uh, So Curry within the last week and the last 3 games, his usage has dropped a lot, man. We've seen him at a 32 for the season, and Clay's been at 34.8. Then I think Clay gets another good matchup here too. So that's definitely kind of scaring me off Curry. But we just seen Curry have those crazy like breakout games where he goes for like 60, 60, close to 70 sometimes. So I'm not too scared of him in tournaments either. But let's see. Okay. Should you told any chance you could talk about blowouts, man? Should you totally avoid any game that might be a blowout? Should you pile on to any game that might be close? I asked because I got wrecked by a few blowouts past. I mean, it depends because a blowout. It depends when the blowout happens. Like a lot of times, you'll probably look at the box score and see the team lost by 15, but it could have been close all the way up until the last 3 minutes, but they just end up losing by 10. So, I mean, if like take for instance, man, I wasn't sold on the Spurs blowing out the Magic yesterday. Well, the day before yesterday. It did happen in the end, but the game was pretty much close up until the bottom stretch in the fourth quarter. So, I mean, it depends. I mean, for a high priced guy like Curry, it scares me away in the blowout. Like today, I kind of knew the Raptors were that didn't end up being a blowout, but I kind of knew that it was either going to be close or a blowout. But I knew that Kyle Lowry is only 9K, so even if he's getting his 30, his 34, 35 minutes, even if it was a blowout, I felt like his production was going to be there. So, I mean, in situations like that, those are one of the few times, depending on your price, if I'll play a guy in a blowout. And if he has to be like a super high usage guy, like maybe like a Lowry or DeRozan. So, yeah. So let me go back to the other questions. I usually line up tonight in the cash and everything but the quintuple. I missed it by 2 points. Yo, my fault, man. Freaking, yo, it's crazy because Jabari Parker, man, he was the one guy that kind of had me on tilt because this dude had -1 points at halftime, bro. He did not have not 1 point at halftime. So, maybe if we just get freaking 2, 3 points out of him in the first half, man, you probably would have definitely cashed in couple ups. But damn, my fault, bro. Broke even. Chandler did, homie, though. I cashed with Jelana Parker and Wade had me nervous. Yo, Parker, yeah, Parker, whew, was the worst, man. You the real MVP with Jelana. Yeah, thanks, bro. Definitely appreciate that. Oh, and to the guy that said you use quintuple ups, man, I try to play super safe. So quintuple ups are pretty much like tournaments. So I'm not quite sure if you really want to trust my lines and quintuple ups. I don't, like today, I try to play it super safe with Jabari Parker, and that kind of hurt me. Just because I took him over Markieff Morris just because he gets a lot more minutes than Markieff, and then today Markieff goes off for like he gets like 36, 37 minutes today. So I mean, I try to play super safe. So I don't know if you really want to trust my lines and quintuple ups. Well, at least not on a 5 game slate. Probably a day like this where there should be enough value and high price guys to go off. So. Um, yeah, man, we're definitely gonna get back into the picks now. John Wall versus Golden State, great matchup. Now, this is one thing that scared me. I love him in tournaments. The price tag is throwing me off a little bit, but he has a great matchup. Let's go take a look as far as DVP goes for I think Golden State's bottom 10. Okay, so they kind of improved a little bit. Let's go take a look at how they've been in the last. Let's go see last week. Mm. Golden State. So I mean, they're pretty much around the same thing. Let's go take last 3 weeks. Uh, but I guess it's really hard for for DVP to be like great against the for the Golden State to have bad DVP when you're blowing teams out. So okay, last 3 weeks. Let's see where they rank. So they've been pretty good in the last 3 weeks, but in the last week they've been a little bit struggling. So I mean, take that with a grain of salt. You got John Wall versus Curry, always a fast-paced game. This might have the chance to stay close, man. We've seen Golden State play down to the competition. They freaking lost to Denver. They lost to Milwaukee. Uh, who else did Golden State? They almost lost to the Sixers. So it's looking like when they play teams that might not be that good or on their level, seems like they don't take it too serious. So this might be a game where John Wall comes out attacking, being on aggressive, and it's going to definitely be up in pace. And he might get a lot of easy buckets and transitions if they can just play a little bit of solid defense against Golden State. So I like John Wall, high usage guy. He's playing a bunch of minutes as well. Let's go take a look at those. 41, 36, 41, 36 in the last 4. So let's go take a look at his usage on the season. Let's check it out. So a 29.0 usage rate on the season. Now let's go take a look within the last week. 27.2. So it's kind of dropped off a little bit. But I love this matchup for him here in tournaments. I wouldn't really knock it, but I haven't really taken a look at all the other players yet. So, but right now, man, I like John Wall a little bit. Rondo, game time decision. It's questionable with a toe injury. Turf toe, man. I'm pretty sure he'll probably miss this game. So probably open up. Turf toe's not anything to play with. Let's go take a look at Collison right away. Okay, so 4,500, he's probably gonna be. He's already chalky. Whew. If Rondo's ruled out, everybody's gonna have Collison. Kemba's dealing with an ankle injury. Probably fade him there anyway. That game might turn out to be a blowout, even with Cleveland on the road. IT2 versus Detroit. It's looking like a nice tournament matchup. He bounced back today. Didn't get the 40 I would like from him at this price. Barely missed it, so I don't think he's a bad play. But against Detroit, let's go take a look at the over under for this. 210 over under. So this is definitely a game I probably want to attack, man. Not quite sure who I want to get from this, but from Boston side of the ball, I definitely like some IT2. Have no complaints against that. 7,800 high usage guy. Let's go take a look what it's been on the season. See, Definitely want to take a look at that. So on the season, about a 28.8 usage rate, and I think that for the research I did for him yesterday, his usage was around the same thing. So there's no need to see within the last week. We pretty much know what he's at. Um, oh yeah, I'm gonna go check out Detroit, see how Reggie Jackson's playing on defense. Uh, let's see where Reggie Jackson is. So right now, the worst defenders on the Pistons are Brandon Jennings and Reggie Jackson, and those are the point guards. So IT2, even on the second leg of a back to back, might be in play there. Let's go take a look at some. We do know Boston's up there in pace too, so 101.2 per 100 possession per 48 minutes actually. Let's go take a look at something real quick. I want to see how he does on the second leg of a back to back. So, okay, on 0 days rest, he's putting up about 23.6. So it looked like his numbers go up a little bit on the second leg of a back to back. Not a real drop off anywhere. So it looked like he may still be solid, man. He's probably still going to get you 32, 35 minutes. Got 37 a day, which I didn't see coming, but he's pretty safe for 32 plus. So especially if the game's close, man. I think this game definitely stays close. So on the road too, man, T2 might be in play here as well. So I like him a little bit. Let me guys know what you think about him. Okay, what about Ishmael? Crazy how I watch the show of a gun now. Not bad info. I like how you do pregame log. Very helpful. Yeah, definitely appreciate that, man. I know a lot of people probably stress over their lineups a little bit before lock, so I'll just like, okay, we can all go over it. We can talk about some tournament plays. I think it's just easier that way because I do these videos at night, and then a whole bunch of news comes out during the day. So that's why I've been kind of doing the pre-lock stream. So I think it's been helpful for some people. So if it has, man, definitely appreciate that. Reggie Jackson, we got him at 7K versus Boston. Now, I do not pick on point guards. I do not pick on Boston with guards at all, man. Point guards, shooting guards. And this is one of those situations where I'm just going to fade Reggie Jackson. 7K. Let's see what he's done recently. And he just has an inconsistent floor anyway, so not a guy I like today. Ish versus Atlanta. Mm, let's go take a look, man. Let's see what the game log's looking like. It's looking pretty decent, man. He's had a bad matchup with Boston. We expect that. He kind of disappointed versus Detroit. Um, that was the second leg with back to back? They might have been tired, and there was a bunch of injuries on that and for Philly around that time anyway. So this guy's been pretty consistent. He's at 6.9K. He's a guy that really plays like 7.5 or so. Let's go take a look at his usage and everything like that, man. See if he's in play here. We're gonna take a look at the over under for this game as well. 207. Oh crap! Stop refreshing. 207 over under 8.5 point spread in favor of Atlanta. So I mean, this game looking like Atlanta's gonna run away with it, but it might be close down the fourth quarter. So IT2. I said IT2. Isaiah Thomas, man. Okay, let's go. Yo, why am I saying Isaiah Thomas, man? Yeah, I'm freaking all over the place. I am kind of tired, so I'm just all over the place right now. I got the itis, man. I just ate pretty good, so 29.5 usage rate during his time with the Sixers. We pretty much, if you watch the game, you pretty much know he dominates the ball. I'm not quite sure the DVP is a great matchup for him. Let's see, Atlanta top 3 team versus point guards, but it seems like maybe Ish can be matchup proof unless it's a blowout, man. Just because this guy is pretty darn good, man. I've seen him play, man. I don't think it really matters about DVP with him. It's more about him making his shots because the assists are gonna be there. He's gonna get you a bunch of assists. He's not a high turnover guy, as you can see. I mean, he's had a few games of those, but for the most part, one, two, three. I mean, three is regular for a point guard who dominates the ball all game. But you're not really gonna see six or anything like that on the most part. So, and Atlanta's been struggling a little bit, man. We just seen them get blown out by the Heat, and they're not even an offensive juggernaut team. So, Sixers at home, I can definitely see Ish being a good play here. Next we got Kyrie. I think this is more of a game where Kevin Love goes off, man. Kyrie has a solid matchup, but not great, man. It all depends if Kemba's playing. If Kemba's out, I definitely think we could attack Charlotte with point guards. Um, just because of Jeremy Lin, man. Jeremy Lin is not containing Kyrie at all, and I think Michael K. Gilchrist would do a decent job on LeBron. So I'm pretty much not going to attack him there. Um, 6,900. It all depends on the Kemba news for me, to be honest with you. We can take a look at the usage rate for Kyrie within last week. Mm. Kyrie 29.3 usage rate, man. This guy's dominating the ball right now in the last 4 games. And he's had, what is it, 3 good games in a row now where he's been balling. So let's take a look at it. So 3 straight 30+ games, man. He's at the price where all you need is 35, man. And he's back to playing his minutes that he was getting last year. So if you're getting 36, 30, 35 to 40 minutes out of Kyrie in this matchup, I definitely like it, man. He might be back into my cash game consideration, man. There was a point where I couldn't play Kyrie in cash games. Minutes were too inconsistent and production wasn't up there. But now to seeing he's getting these minutes again, and the production's back up there, he's definitely worth a look in cash. The usage is pretty high. Let's go take a look at the over under actually. See where it ranks. Okay, so there's no over under, but they have Cleveland 8 to 10. I guess it's open up at 8 to 10 point favorite. So I guess it all depends on the Kemba news. We probably won't have that till tomorrow anyway. So till way later in the day. But okay, next we have Drew Holiday versus Spurs. I'm probably just gonna fade this. I'm pretty sure by now Tyreek Evans might come back. Let's take a look at that news. He's missed at least like 3, 4 games. Okay, he's doubtful. So okay, Drew possibly in play. The price has dropped on him. He was just 7K, but only dropped 200. And the Spurs fare pretty well against point guards, man. If anybody's gonna kill this game, I think it's gonna be AD. But Drew has a pretty decent usage rate. Let's go take a look at him. Let's see. 27.4 usage rate. Now let's go see what it's been in the last week. 33.6. So this guy's dominating the ball right now. It's just not an ideal matchup for me. Guards, especially against with a team like the Pelicans. Let's go see how they rank offensively in efficiency real quick. Let's see something. Okay, New Orleans. So okay, they've been pretty good at putting up points, but they are going against the #1 defensive efficiency team in the Spurs, only giving up about 94.8 points. They're only giving up 90 points on the season. I guess that's mainly because of the pace too. So, and is this a road game? Yes, this is a road game. Spurs are pretty much unbeatable at home. I'm not quite sure we get enough from Drew Holiday at this price, especially if he's not going to play 30+ minutes like he once was. So, Drew Holiday looking like most likely a tournament option for me. That's about it. Rubio's second game against Chris Paul. Second leg of a back-to-back against Chris Paul. He just had a solid game today. Got you about 34. He's only playing 29 minutes though. So on the guy who doesn't have a great matchup and he's only playing about 29 minutes, he's probably a fade for me at 6,700. So I don't like him too much there. We're gonna take a look at the chat once again. Peyton or Parker, why Fanduel over DraftKings? I just don't like DraftKings, man. You really can't. You can't fit. Like, say if I go on DraftKings, if I get Harden in my lineup, I can't. It's really like impossible to get another stud and build a quality lineup. Like, the most you get is 2. You'll get one high price guy and then So basically, I'll say if I get Westbrook on here, I could probably fit in KD and still get a decent lineup. If I get freaking KD, then on DraftKings, I'm gonna have to build around guys around this price like Kyrie, Jeff Teague. So that's pretty much the reason I don't like it. No, I don't know, man. I started playing FanDuel first, so I just never really got into DraftKings like that. I played it quite a few times for NFL, but didn't really like it too much for NBA. But yeah, we're gonna get back to point guard Jeff Teague. Now he's been balling lately. The minutes are back up. I guess they're trying to. Okay, they dropped down the last two games. But I just he got you a 50 burger, so that game might have been a blowout. Let's go take a look real quick. I want to see if it was a blowout before I really get deep into Jeff Teague. Pause. Uh, let's go take a look at the game logs. See what's going on there because his production has been back up, man. He's playing like he's trying to get traded. So this game was definitely looking like a blowout, man. So maybe he's back to playing 30 minutes or so, like he was in the beginning of the season. But who knows? And at this price, I don't know if I really want to trust him yet. And I think he'll be pretty high on today, just seeing as what he done the last few games, man. It's a road game. Um, and I think you kind of attack Ish Smith, man, here in this matchup. This game should definitely be up in pace as well. Just knowing Philly's been up in pace since they acquired Ish. Let's take a look at Jeff Teague's usage in the last week. Uh, let's see, 26.1. So that's way up in the last four games. So I guess he's kind of taking he's taking over the Paul Millsap torch of carrying the team. He's doing a pretty good job of it right now, man. The production's up, so he's definitely worth some consideration. And next, we have my favorite player, Derrick Rose, at 6K versus the Kings in the fast-paced game. Man, this is why I definitely like him in tournaments, man. This game's gonna be way up in pace. He has a good matchup. DVP, he got DVP going from right here. Uh, let's see where Sacramento ranks against point guards. Okay, so they got. Is this? Oh, this is in the last 3 weeks. So I mean, I guess that means they're trending. They're trending in the right direction since it's down a little bit. But let's see how they fare the whole season. And it all depends on who they played in the last 3 weeks. But on the season, it's still a bottom five team. So let's go take a look at the Sacramento defenders. Okay. Go check out defensive rating. Okay, so Darren Collinson. So if we already got Rondo possibly missing a game, we get Derrick Rose matched up with Collison. That's looking like a great matchup for him. Surrendering about 112 points per 100 possessions, and we already know the Kings play fast, so that's just setting up to be a great D Rose play. Let's go see how many points D Rose putting up per 100 possessions. Okay. So D Rose hasn't been doing that good this year, 92.5. But we all know within the last month, all his stats have risen in the last each month of the season. So I'm not too worried about him right here in this matchup, and I think he's a great tournament play. Probably wouldn't roster him in cash. I mean, maybe I could still roster him in cash. It all depends on the other positions that I like, the guys I want to pay up for, and see if I have enough salary for him. But yeah, 6K, not a bad play here. I think he's pretty safe. He's a guy that's playing 33 minutes in close games, 30, 36, 35, 33. So we'll see. 29, and that game was a blowout, so you would have definitely saw it 30 minutes. So I think D Rose is definitely in play here. We kind of move on down now. George Hill, I'm not falling for the George Hill trap, man. I'm not doing it. He had 39 points against the Cavs in the overtime game, but I'm not falling for this trap. He's not a 5,900 player, so I'm gonna just show you guys. Let's go take a look at his usage. He's just the most inconsistent player ever. He's going to get you a 40-point game probably once or twice a season at most. Probably 14.9. This guy's a starting point guard playing 35 plus minutes and only has a 14.9 usage rate. So definitely not a guy I like, especially in cash. Okay. Go back. I just want to check out, see if anybody's saying anything in the chat, man. So next we have Elfrid Payton. Now, this might be a great game for him to go off, man. A fast-paced game. We know OKC defense is giving up a bunch of points to point guards. Let's go take a look at it. Bottom 10 team versus point guards on the season as far as DVP goes. And if this game stays anywhere remotely close, I like Elfrid Payton a little bit in tournaments. Probably wouldn't trust him in cash just because he's not a huge scoring threat. But I like the peripherals he got going for him. He's flirted with a few triple doubles this year, so he racked up quite a few of them last year. So I think this is a pretty good spot for him. 5,600, have no problem with them. Next we got Tony Parker, 5,400. Now the Spurs, I always have to check to see if it's the first or the second leg of a back to back. Just because these guys don't, Tony Parker is not playing 30 minutes in the first leg of a back to back. So I'm gonna check on. Okay, it's Wednesday here, so let's see if they play Thursday. Okay, they don't play Thursday, and all right. So Tony Parker, man, if this game stays close, let's see if it is projected to stay close first. 207 over on the 13-point spread in favor of the Spurs, man. So I definitely don't like Tony Parker in blowouts, but I think he should have a decent game even before the blowout. Let's see what he did last time. 24 and 23, 23, 31. So I mean, this guy is showing you enough production. I mean, let's go take a look at some of his other games. 39, 38 here against Cleveland and Detroit. So he's showing you upside, but I don't necessarily know if he gets over 30 minutes in this game. So I'll probably fade him. Darren Williams is hurt. Okay. All right. So I mean, maybe if D Will is hurt, we got some Raymond Felton coming up. I don't like Moutier versus Utah. It's Cole versus the Spurs. 5K might not be that much for him, but I don't really trust him here. Maybe Dennis Schroeder in case of a blowout, in case Atlanta blows out Philly. He might get a bunch of run here at 4.8K. He's probably worth a tournament look. Collison. It all depends if Rondo's out. This guy, he's gonna play 30 plus minutes. He's been a starter before. He knows what it takes. And I don't really see him killing your lineup at 45, so I like him. And then, like I said, Raymond Felton. This all depends if Darren Williams out. He's gonna play over 30 minutes. Now let's go take a look at his usage on the season. Okay. See where he ranks in usage. It's giving you about an 18.1, and that might go up a little bit if there's no Darren Williams, because Darren's. Let's go back. My fault. Because Darren's been at about a 22.4, so I'm pretty sure Raymond Felton probably get a bump up to like 19 or 20. So at that price tag and a good matchup like this, well, I wouldn't say that it's a good matchup, but he's just so cheap against Goran Dragic. It'll probably be too tough to turn that down. And the Heat are on the second leg of it back to back. And if there's no Whiteside, she probably have a good game there. Next, maybe JJ Barea with Darren Williams out in tournaments, 3,900. That's pretty cheap for him. If you believe OKC blows out Orlando, Cameron Payne might go off. He's been a point per minute guy. He might go off in a blowout. And that's about it for point guards. So I'm gonna go take a look at the chat, see if you got who you guys liking. Can they slide him to the 2 spot now? And the shot seems to be on point. Yeah, Peyton. I said Peyton. Ken is always a tournament option for me, just simply because he's relying upon scoring. Man, this guy just chucks a bunch of threes all day, man. I've watched him play plenty of times, but let's go take a look at his usage rate. I want to go check him out. We also have to remember that Philly had a bunch of injuries, so we got to see what he's gonna be like now. Okay, 17.1 usage rate in the last two. Let's go see what it's been on the season. All right. Okay, so a 19.9 on the season. We just saw is pretty low in the last two games, but we're gonna try to expand that. 18.8. I mean, if he has a decent price, so I can't really knock that. But let's go see last 2 weeks. Last 2 weeks has been a 20.2. So I mean, maybe if we can get banking on playing heavy minutes, 3,700 is not a hefty price tag, but I'm not quite sure he plays 30 this game. With everybody back, I think Stauskas missed last game. Let me check it out. Ostaskis played 22, so somebody got the boots. Who didn't play last game? I know Covington played. How time? So maybe we can count on him getting those minutes again. Okay, that's very possible that he might get those minutes again, but I wouldn't really want to bank on it. Um, and that's with that being said, we can move on to shooting guard now. I love Jimmy Butler today in this matchup versus let's see who will be matched up against. Wrong thing. Versus okay, I forgot they moved him to the 3, so this matchup's not that appealing as I once thought it was, but I still think he's a solid play even against Rudy Gay in a fast-paced game. Kings don't really play much defense, so he's definitely in play. Let's see if Boogie's out. He's questionable. I'll pick McLemore. Crap. He's listed as questionable, so I mean, maybe this might be a high rebound game for Jimmy Butler. I'm not really scared of Rudy Gay defensively, but I just don't think I want to pick on him, so to say. And Jimmy Butler's 8.8, but he's been a great player this year. We've seen the upside. He's scored 50 real points in a game before, so this season. I was against Philly. Oh, it's right here actually. 53 actual points, 10 rebounds. So you get the Kings team with no Boogie, man. He might just go to work, some feast inside in the paint. So I like Jimmy Butler a little bit. Let's go take a look at his usage on the season. So he has about a 24.8. I think that's definitely manageable. I wish it was a little bit more, but that's not bad at all. D Wade tournament option, he's just too pricey right now. And I just don't know if I could trust him in cash games on the road. Second leg with back to back. He gets a respectable defender, Wesley Matthews. Not the greatest lockdown defender anymore, but I don't know if I really want to pick on him in this situation. Now we have Klay Thompson, the guy with a 34. What is it? 30. It was a 34.3 usage rate in the last week, and we get him matched against Washington. Let's see what the over under was again. 225, 10-point spread. But his price has jumped up $100, man. Not too much, but let's go take a look at his game log. It's been pretty consistent in the last 3. I think he probably continues down his trend, man. Let's go take a look at who he's matched up with. So we get Garrett Temple. That's always something I like. Let's go see how he ranks as a defender. Okay. Let's go down. Alright. So Garrett Temple, one of the worst defenders on the team. Behind Gary Neal, who doesn't play a super ton of minutes. Bradley Beal, he's on a minute restriction. Jared Dudley's pretty much playing the 3 and the 4. So he'll see a lot of Garrett Temple and a lot of Bradley Beal this game likely. And I just think that's a great matchup with Klay. He runs around a bunch of screens. The one thing I will say is he's scoring dependent. But I think in this matchup, fast-paced game, he just might happen to go off, man. He's been on that trend. Has a good matchup, so I can't really knock it. He has the highest usage on the team within the last week too, so that's something he also has going for him. Monta, just can't play him to his price drops. Just too many guys with high usage. Miles Turner, Paul George, Jordan Hill. So if he's out, we just know Jordan Hill's usage is gonna go through the roof. He's not a high usage guy. So, but the one thing I do like about Monta, he's pretty much running point guard. So he has that going for him. We got him listed as Wiggins. I'm not falling for the trap. Scoring dependent guy. Oladipo, I love him in tournaments as well. He should have a great matchup against Dion Waiters. Let's go take a look. Right, so the worst defenders, DJ Augustine, Dion Waiters. He's the only one that actually plays real minutes. So I would love to attack him with Oladipo here in this situation. Definitely got my eyes on him in tournaments, man. I think that game is stackable in tournaments as well. So I definitely like Oladipo. Fast should be a little up there in pace. I'm gonna fake KCP against Boston. Can't play barely on the minute restriction. Now I do like Rodney Hood here. He has a decent usage in the last week. The price tag is just a little bit too hefty for me when you have a guy like Gordon Hayward. You got Derek Favors coming back into in good form, so good shape. So don't want to play him at that price. But let's go take a look what's going on in the chat. 116. How did everyone else do? Who will be the top scorer fan? Who will be the top scorer in Fanduel, man? Well, I haven't went through every play yet, so it's kind of hard for me to judge that. But when you enter multiple lineups in a double up, do you enter the same lineups? Yeah, I enter the same lineups. I never change them up a little bit. I never change them up at all, just because if you go into a double up, you don't want to have one lineup that cashed and one that didn't cash because you're not trying to get first place in double up. You just want to be able to cash. So you want to go to a consistent lineup you feel confident in. And if you ever notice, you won't ever see people have like 10 entries in a double up and they're all different lineups. You just won't see it. Oh, gotta kind of fade down here. Shungar's looking not looking too good around his mid tier. Maybe Jeremy Lin if Kemba's out. I gotta give him some consideration. Joe Johnson for me is a fade. That game might be a blowout. J.R. Smith, tournament option, so to say, just because I love Kevin Love's matchup. But he's shown enough upside for me, not a super high usage guy. Zach LaVine, maybe if this game gets out of hand and there's no Kevin Martin, he should go off in a blowout. I definitely like him a little bit. Possibly playing the two. Going up against guys like freaking Jamal Crawford and Weston Rivers and Prigioni. So next Fournier, nah. Garrett Temple, nah. Gary Harris, nah. A lot of these guys I'm just not liking at the price tag and the matchup, so that's why I'm saying no. Corver, he's in a good situation. He's got I usually play pretty consistent. Besides these last two games, he usually hits value for me when he's playing up close to 30 minutes. So I think this might be a situation he gets some Nick Stauskas defense. Never bad to get some Nick Stauskas defense. Yeah. So Corver versus Stauskas. Let's see how he does on defense. Oh, crap. The worst defender on Philly, man, giving up about 111 points per 100 possessions is Stauskas. So, Corbin, man, he might be a solid cash game option, man. If you're just trying to pay up and get somebody else, not a bad option at all. Danny Green, tournament option. Wayne Ellington, tournament. Just because this guy can play 30 minutes and not hit value because he's so low in usage. Then everybody else down here, man, is pretty much a fade for me. Maybe Bryce Jones. Let me see how many minutes he played last time. Okay, so the minutes have went down, and he's going against the Spurs, so not a great matchup. After that, Shungar is kind of scarce. Don't really like anybody here. So I'll take a look at the chat once again before we go to small forward. So what's your opinion on quintuple ups? I wouldn't say just avoid them, but I don't play them just because I feel like they're tournaments you might as well, if you're gonna enter like a regular tournament GPP lineup, you might as well put that lineup into your quintuple ups because that's essentially that's what it is because I think only the top 20% cashes, so that's not a great percentage to try to be a part of. So I like to play it safe and go with the double ups for the 44%. So yeah, man, quintuple ups you can play it a little bit safe though. You can get away with it sometimes, but for the most part, on a big slate like this, I think you probably want to have a little bit of a tournament lineup in it and not a cash game. So, what about Westbrook? Is he too high to pay for if he gets 50? He's at the price where I want 55 from. I want 55 from him, and I think there's enough value today to fade him. So, you got guys like I wouldn't say for cash games. I think Westbrook's definitely getting 50 though. So let me throw that out there. Think you could possibly get a safe floor from Kyrie in his matchup. You could get one from D Rose. You could get one from let's see. get some from Darren Collinson if Rondo's out. So I don't think this is necessarily Felton if Darren Williams out. So I don't think necessarily you gotta play Westbrook and Cass today. But doesn't have a bad matchup, so I like him a little bit. Okay, none of my subs care about sports. Damn, that sucks. That makes sense. That's crazy. You have that many subscribers, little bit shit, bro. Yeah. Actually, about to check. I gotta check you out, Lil Tunes, man. I'm about to go check you out later, man. I actually never go. I'm gonna subscribe just so I go check out some of your videos after this. Um, yeah, but let's go move on to the small forward position now. Now that we're done with shooting guard and point guard. KD, he's in a great matchup. The prices dropped a little bit, man. I think I got over my head and just chased the points. Just because I knew he's gonna be super high owned, and I think Washington kind of struggles against small forward, so he pretty much had a disappointing game. But man, this might be a great bounce back game for him in tournaments. High usage guy, pretty much plays the whole first and third quarter, so he gets a lot of run out there without Westbrook. Is what I'm basically saying. Let's go take a look at the usage. Mm. So in the last week, 31.1 usage rate. Oh, last 2 weeks, 31.1 usage rate. Pretty good for me. Enough to probably roster. Can we attack Tobias Harris? Uh, let's see. I don't really think there's anybody in the Magic that can guard Durant, but let's see. Tobias has been how he's fared. Okay, 105. That's about average. It's pretty decent, but KD, man, that's KD at the end of the day. LeBron for Charlotte, don't like it. Tournament option only with MKG on them. Gordon Hayward's too pricey for me. Paul George, mm, doesn't have enough usage for me with everybody back in 8,200. The price has dropped. I think he was 88 just a little while ago. But I think he has a decent matchup against Joe Johnson. So tournament option for me, 200 over under 7 point spread in favor of Indiana. I think that's accurate. I like Paul George a little bit in tournaments, and this game could turn into a blowout. So, Pacers are one of the best defenses in the NBA. Rudy Gay. It all depends. Maybe I could think about it, but AK not. I can't pay AK for Rudy Gay against Jimmy Butler. Kawhi at 7,100. The price keep dropping, but he's not hitting value, man. He's either getting blown out or his team is in a blowout. So, he's not dominating the ball. So. Probably tournament for me. Gallinari, a fade at 7K. Well, I wouldn't even call him a fade. He's a high usage guy. He loves getting to the free throw line. Um, if he's get this game, probably would stay close. I think they blew out Toronto, so he didn't have to do much. It was a Gary Harris show, and he gets Gordon Hayward today, so I like Gallinari in tournaments. Let's go take a look at his usage though. Uh, let's see. 24.7 usage rate within the last 2 weeks. Not the most impressive, but still pretty darn good. So I think he'll be pretty low on today. And we've seen his upside. You've seen him have 60-point upside. So I like him a lot there. Parsons a fade for me against Dang. Jay Crowder never played 6K above for him. Batum, he's doubtful to play. That Cleveland game's about to be a blowout, man. Mikhail Gilchrist can't play him there. Not against LeBron. Not a reliable scorer. Tobias Harris, pretty much a tournament option. Against KD, if he's playing 40 minutes though, I definitely like him. It all depends though. Otto Porter, he's been on that low minute restriction. He's playing 21, 20, 15, 12. So till we see him back to his regular minutes, can't play him. Turner, no, I only play Turner. I only like Turner in blowouts. Marcus Morris might be pretty solid in the cash game if he's going to play 36 minutes or so. Not a high usage guy. Boston, one of the best defensive teams, so unless I feel super confident in a guy, I'm not playing them against Boston. Covington, 36 minutes. The minutes are back up, is what I like to see. Gets Atlanta, Bazemore. Pretty decent defender, but a lot of his value comes from making threes and steals and stuff like that. And he's been racking up the boards, 13, 8, 8, 11. So This guy's been close to value pretty much every game. He's only missed it by quite a little bit of points, so won't kill your lineup. It's looking like. Mm. Oh, they actually moved Bazemore to small forward. That's crazy. Dang versus 4,800. This guy's consistently playing 30 plus minutes. He would have played about 32 today, but they got blown out by Houston, so they got pulled early with like 3 minutes left in the fourth. But this guy's been hitting value pretty much, so he's looking like a nice cash game. Harrison Barnes, Iggy, tournament options for me. Just because whenever you got Kyrie, Clay, and Draymond on your team, I can't really trust you to hit value right day in and day out. Justice Winslow's been looking pretty solid. He's been crushing value lately 22, 25, 22, 27, 27, 24. So, this guy's been balling lately. So, I like Winslow. He's starting to come into his own a little bit, knowing his role. Stanley at 4K. I don't like it. Maybe Shabazz. This game might be a blowout. We also got to see if Kevin Martin's going to be out. And after that, man, small forward is pretty much just a wash for me. Let's see. We don't have the news on Kevin Martin for Wednesday, but he'll probably be out again, man. They just need to keep him out anyway. Let's see what you're saying. Sounds good, yeah. Miles Turner, Aaron Gordon. We'll get to power forward soon enough. MKG can get the blowout minutes. Yeah, that's definitely possible, man. Especially if the roster's limited like it is now, with possibly no Kemba. We already seen Jeremy Lin's out. Not Jeremy Lin. Nicholas Batum is out. Let's go check on Hairston. Hairston and Lamb. Hairston is perfectly fine. Let's see Lamb. He's questionable, so maybe if Lamb and Kemba's out, man, we can definitely trust him. And we already know Batum's out, so maybe MKG might be in a good matchup regardless, just because he'll be out there for 40 minutes. But not a great matchup for him. So power forward now. We got AD versus Spurs, man. If this game stays close, it is all because of AD, man. I don't think we really have any bigs that can guard him, so this could be a 50-point game for AD, where a lot of people won't be on him. He should be low owned today in tournaments, and that's probably how a lot of people might think. So he might not go as low owned, but definitely gonna have some exposure to him today in a couple tournaments. So high usage guy, think he's pretty good. Let's see, and he just has so much injury upside, man. This guy gets injured almost every other day, so it's kind of really hard to trust him in cash. But definitely worth tournament consideration. 28.1 usage, pretty darn good. So not much to complain about him there. Draymond at 9K. He's looking pretty solid, man. If this game stays close, he might get about 40 here as well. This guy's lip. He's just racking up the triple doubles every other game, man. Even when he's not getting it, he's hovering it. He missed assists by one. Let's see. He's racking up a bunch of double-digit rebound games, so he's looking pretty consistent. So I like Draymond here. Millsap versus Philly. The price tag is dropped down from 86 to 8K. He might be back in play here. He gets a good matchup versus Philly. One of the worst rebounding teams, but they are one of the worst rebounding teams as well. Atlanta. But I still think he has a solid matchup here. Let's go see how they rank in DVP. Atlanta. Philly third worst team against power forward, so this is looking like a great spot for Paul Millsap. I have no complaints with him here. Let's go see his usage again. Okay, so the usage has dropped, man. I remember once a while ago he was about a 25, 26 guy, and now he's at 23.1. But I guess he's probably was still a little bit hobbled from that ankle injury he suffered. So maybe he's back to 100% now, and he might be able to exceed value here. Seen him have a bunch of 50-point games, so you think Rudy can put up the same numbers if Cousins is out? I don't really think I don't. He can just because he's a great player, but I don't like his matchup. Okay, Turner plays with the second unit and is the main scoring threat. Yeah, I do know that, but damn man. I mean, Turner. I want 30 minutes out of him. I want to feel like I can get 30 minutes out of Evan Turner. I don't know if I can. If I don't know if I can expect that, man. He got close to that today, but that was with Jay Crowder. Let's see what Jay Crowder did today, actually. 28. So who didn't play much today? Okay, so A.V. Bradley didn't get his typical 35 plus minutes. And let's see, Smart. I guess it basically all came from A.V. Bradley not getting. So I mean, maybe if he's still in some A.V. Bradley minutes, he's getting close to 30. He's worth consideration. But guy coming off the bench that we can't even rely on 30. I don't know if I like 5,200 for him. K Love versus Charlotte. If this game stays close, K Love is gonna feast. Let's go take a look at DVP, and he's been on a tear recently ever since Black got fired. So Charlotte fifth worst team against power forward, so this is looking like a great spot for him. K Love, pretty decent usage. Let's go take a look. Alrighty now. I'm pretty sure he's third behind LeBron and Kyrie. Yes, and he has a 23.0 usage rate. He's still not at his peak price, 7,700. He's close to it. He's like an 8K guy, but I don't know if I'm willing to pay up for him in cash. Definitely a nice tournament option though. And we got Chris Bosh versus Dirk. Always a good play here. But Bosh just doesn't present enough upside. We don't really see 40-point games from him or anything like that. So probably just worth a cash game consideration. Favors. He's back to a simple minutes, but this game is so slow paced and he's just too high. He's too high priced for me. LMA. Yeah, man. If he's playing center again, we all know that these guys struggle against centers. That is New Orleans. Let's go take a look. New Orleans' worst team against centers, surrendering about 51 Fanduel points. So Aldridge is definitely in play at 6,900. Let's see what he did last time out. 41, man. We see what he can do, man. This guy is a real scoring threat. I think he has a great matchup here, and it's a home game. So definitely see him being aggressive, going off. He should not flop in this situation. I don't know, well, worth for tournament consideration, but the minutes are down. Dirk, fade for me. Dad's fade. Ryan Anderson, he's in playing tournaments. We seen his ability even with AD out there. He put up 44 points in 26 minutes against Brooklyn, and AD played. So, always in consideration, but 6.2 just a little bit too much for me. Marvin Williams, against K Love. His production has been up, but I don't know if I really want to trust it. 5,700. For a guy with low usage, maybe he can go off. Let's see. He might see. Is it possible he sees some small forward minutes? With Batum out and possible blowout, man. I don't know what's the situation in possible blowouts. But I still think he's pretty solid starting at the 4. His original position is the 3, if I'm not mistaken. But he's been pretty consistent lately, so I like that. Ersan. Okay, so Ersan, man, when he gets these high minutes, he's been producing. He had one bad game against New Orleans, but other than that, he's hovering around 27. The least he got you was 14. Oh, no, 13.6 and 20. So that's not bad considering how many minutes he played. So this guy's been a decent point per minute kind of guy, man. Let's go take a look at his usage in the last 2 weeks. See what he's been doing. 18.5, not the greatest, but not bad. That's all within the last 7 games. So it's been pretty consistent, man. Let's go take a look at the chat again. Smart bomb today, 30 have more points. Yeah, man. I've seen a lot of people playing him in cash. I just couldn't bring myself to do that. he was a tournament option only for me. Uh, but yeah, he pretty much he took a dump today. He only had 12 FDP, so not good at all. Then next we got Miles Turner, 5.5 versus Brooklyn. This guy's just producing every game. No matter what you do, man, he's gonna find a way to get to 25 Fanduel points. And he's looking so good at in cash games, man. I might just roster him right now. But he's been pretty safe. He's still on a bunch of usage as well from Paul George and Monta. Let's go take a look. Okay, Miles Turner 21.3 usage rate on the season. Now let's go see what it is in the last week or two. 23.8. Now let's go see within the last week. 21.4. So this guy's pretty decent. He has a pretty decent usage rate for a power forward on a team with freaking Monta Ellis and Paul George, and he's still cheap enough, man. 5.5. All we need is about 27 from him. He's been doing that regularly. He gets a decent matchup against Brooklyn. Thaddeus Young is a pretty decent defender, but a lot of Turner's FanDuel points come from defensive things like blocks. So he's still able to put the ball, man. He's knocking down a few mid-range. Then he gets the blocks. He's a pretty solid rebounder, so I think he might be safe. Taj at 5,300, definitely worth a look. I don't know if the upside is really worth playing in the tournament, but he looks pretty safe in cash. Gordon, safe as hell, man. I've been playing him. They finally upped his price. I played him against the Spurs. He's just been producing, man. This guy's a high motor guy. He's a guy that's finally getting his shots. I watched him a little bit in college at Arizona, man. This guy's he was looking like he's supposed to be the new Blake Griffin. And I think he's starting to feel himself a little bit. He's been producing a lot lately. The Scouts have been giving him minutes, so that's one thing I like. So that definitely makes him great consideration today. The guy's getting consistent minutes now. And he has a pretty decent matchup today. I think this game's definitely gonna be way up in pace, so I like him. Tristan Thompson, this game might be a blowout, but decent matchup here. I don't have no complaints with him. If he's playing 35 minutes a game in this kind of matchup at 4,800, but just know he's not a high usage guy, and a lot of his points come from hoping to get open, because you have LeBron and Kyrie on your team. So, next, Willie Cauley-Stein might be worth playing. Eric Boogie's out, but we see what he did in 29 minutes. He's not a high usage guy. He kind of took a dump as well, man, on our lineup. So I had him. I still cashed, I think, if I'm not mistaken, but definitely not worth it, man. I don't know if he's worth it at 4,300. But Amari Stoudemire is producing at a high level. He just played against Dallas. He just played for Dallas last year. Could this be a fake revenge game? Who knows, man? But this guy's producing in limited minutes. He's not playing more than 24 a game. He might play about 20 this game, just seeing that it's a back-to-back. Who knows? But definitely want to see if Whiteside has any chance of playing today. So there's no news on his injury for Wednesday, okay. But yeah, what's he at? Amari's definitely worth consideration in tournaments. 4,200. Prices went up, I think. But I don't really like him too much today. And after that, I think we're pretty much done with power forward. Maybe DL. 17 minutes, not impressive. See David West. 17, not impressive. So yeah, it's kind of hard to trust these power forwards around this price tag. So we'll move on to center to end this video out. And take a look at the chat real quick. Is Miles Turner a lock? Man, he's close to it, man. This dude is just producing every game. I don't know how I can fade him. Or Gordon and Turner stack if you're trying to go cheap at one spot. Yeah, that's definitely possible. But yeah, I'm loving Miles Turner, man. Until he goes above 6K, I think I'm probably gonna keep rostering unless he has a horrible matchup. Boogie, he's questionable, so we gotta look the other way. Now, Brook Lopez, he's just too much for me. I'm not paying 9K for this guy. Powell, he has a decent matchup, especially if there's no bookie, man. He should be able to go to work. Sacramento defense has been horrible all year. Decent usage as well. Let's go take a look. 24.5 usage rate. So, uh, sorry for yawning a little bit. I'm getting kind of tired, so I'm probably gonna try to speed through it, man. Just know that if I kind of like speed through the rest of this, we're definitely gonna talk about a lot of these plays in the pre-lag video for tomorrow. So, definitely stick around, man. We got Andre Drummond versus Boston. I'm not quite sure how I'm feeling about this matchup. Let's go see how do you rank in DVP real quick. So Boston. Okay, so they're kind of middle tier, close to being bottom 10 versus point guard. So I don't know if it's a huge drop off from 51 to 47 actual Fanduel points, but yeah, man, let's go take a look at the usage for Drummond. 22.9 for a guy that's not in a perfect matchup. I don't know if I really. That's just too tough for me. So I'll probably fade Drummond. He's too inconsistent with minutes as well. 37, 28, 29, 18. And when he gets in foul trouble, man, he ruins your lineup because he just like Stan Van Gundy will stop giving him minutes. I've seen it plenty of times where the teams will start hacking Drummond at him, and then Stan Van Gundy will just pull him. So I don't want to take any chances here, especially with a smart coach like Brad Stevens. I can see that happening. So definitely a tournament option only. Karl Anthony Towns against one of the worst rebounded teams. I like it a little bit, but I like it even more, man. Maybe against he's gonna probably see an undersized guy and Luke Baumute, so he's definitely in play 8,600. He's shown enough upside. He got 60-point upside, 62 against Dallas. So Cat's definitely in play here. Don't like DeAndre. 8,200 just a little bit too much for me. Vucevic at 8,100 is too much for me. For Gaddis, but he has been putting up a bunch of 40 burgers. So I mean, I guess he's kind of consistent. Let's go take a look. I want to see his usage. 24.9 usage rate. Not the greatest in the world, but at 8,100, I guess it's worth a look. But when you have a guy like Gorgie Jang, still pretty cheap, 5,500, man. I'm most likely skipping all these other centers. I don't think they present enough upside for me. So Jokic possibly at 62. He's just a little bit against Utah, man. He might actually go off in this game because this guy's been looking like he's matchup proof as well. So I like him as long as he's playing 30 minutes. Then Gorgie James looking like one of my favorite players of the day, man. This guy's just consistently getting you 25. He's playing 37, 38, 39 minutes in the last three. That's with KG and Pekovic out. And if those guys are out again, he's probably going to be in my lineup once again. So I like Gorgie Jang a lot. Not a high usage guy, but this guy, he can shoot it a little bit. He used to get a bunch of blocks. I don't know what happened to him. They've been way down, but this guy has a bunch of upside, man. So I like him. I've seen him get 40. I've seen him have 40-point games, man. Look at this Utah game. He got you 36 versus OKC. So this guy's pretty darn good. And after that, I think the centers are getting kind of shaky, man. So probably not liking too many guys here. Maybe Spencer Hall's in cash. I think Zeller's out. So let's see. He's questionable, so I mean, if Zeller's out, man, Spencer Hall is definitely worth a look in cash. His price is still way too cheap, 4,100, when all you need is 20 out of him. Maybe Coastal Kufis, if there's no boogie as well, got you 22 and 30 minutes, and I think he was in foul trouble. So, this guy's showing some upside. So I think that's about it, man. I'm gonna take a look at the chat once again. see what you guys are talking about. And we're gonna end this video kind of soon. Uh, what time do I normally do the pre-lock? I probably do it around 5:30. I probably start around 5:30 to 6 o'clock, somewhere around there, and I probably end it about 6:30 to 6:45. So, Eastern time that is. So, yeah. Do you think the Warriors blow out Washington or safe lock Steph? Um, I do think they'll blow them out, but I have seen them play down to the competition plenty of times. The Warriors, so I mean, it's always a possibility they keep it close. I like Steph more in tournaments than I do in cash games. So let's go see. It's 10.7 on the road. There is a possibility they keep it close, Washington. So maybe Curry, but I wouldn't lock him in. Uh, who do I think will have the most FanDuel points tomorrow? Just one player. I honestly don't know yet, man. If the game stays close, maybe Curry. DeMarcus Cousins playing. He's probably gonna have the most points if there's no restriction on him because Powell cannot guard him. See, at power forward, Anthony Davis. I think I like him a lot for tournaments. I can see him getting 55. Yeah, and after that, man, I think that's about it. So, with that being said, we're about to wrap up this video. I'm actually kind of build the lineup real quick first. We're gonna make a few plays that I like, man. So we're gonna assume Rondo's out. Collison, I think he's pretty safe for cash. We're gonna assume Darren Williams out. So we got Felton. We're gonna have Karl Anthony Towns in here. Nice. He's gonna have a bounce back game. AD Millsap. Let's just see. I want to see if I can build some value in here. Magic? Nah, that's just too much. Okay, KD, we can't fit that. This would be a crazy lineup, though. I know it can't fit. I just feel like doing it. Let's see if there's any other cheap shooting guards. Shooting guards not looking too good today. We're gonna go Oladipo in the tournament. We're gonna fade Gallinari. And I think Gallinari is a good tournament option though. We're gonna go to power forward, see if we got some value there. Oh yeah, why did I pick Millsap? But we got Aldridge. We got Aldridge. We get downgrade AD to Millsap, and I think that should open up a lot of things. So we got 4K to spend on a shooting guard. All right. And then maybe you go Mr. Super Consistent Kyle Korver. I don't think he really gets you less than 20 today. So with that being said, man, I'm definitely about to head up out of here. I appreciate all you guys watching the support. Let me see if you guys have anything else to say. Love the pre-lock streams. Keep grinding, bro. Yeah, man, definitely, man. Definitely gonna keep coming with those, man. I think a lot of people have been actually liking them, so no reason to stop, I guess. Yeah, so I'm definitely about to bring this video to an end. Like I always say, man, hopefully we can all cash tomorrow. If you guys play my lineup, we definitely cash today. So hopefully we can keep the streak alive, keep it going. So with that being said, I'm gonna head up out of here. Peace.